Hello students, how are you all? Today we are going to start chapter 8 quadrilateral. Before this we have done our exercise 8.1 and theorems related to quadrilateral. So today we are going to start midpoint theorem. So in midpoint theorem 8.9, first of all its statement that is very important. So the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of triangle is parallel to the third side and is half of it. This is the statement of midpoint theorem. So in this, first of all we have to draw its diagram. So in this diagram we have given a triangle ABC. So in given we can write triangle ABC in which E and F are midpoint of AB and AC. So in this diagram E is the midpoint of AB and F is the midpoint of AC, and here we have to prove EF parallel to BC and EF equal to half of BC. So here we have to prove that this EF is parallel to BC and EF is also half of BC. So here one construction is there. So in construction, draw CD parallel to AB and join ED. So in this we can draw this CD which is parallel to AB, and also we can join ED joint. So ED will be joined. So here it is a construction. Now after this we can start proof. So in proof we have first of all AE equal to BE. See here in diagram AE equal to BE. Why? Because E is the midpoint of AC. That's why we can say that it is given, and we can write here equation number 1. So it will be equation number 1. Now in triangle AEF and CDF, so in triangle AEF and CDF, in these two triangle we have angle EAF equal to DCF. So AEF equals to DCF, these two angles. So these two angles are equal, they are alternate interior angle. Also we have EF equal to CF. So AF equal to CF, that means F is midpoint of AC. So we have given if F is the midpoint of AC, then we can write AF equal to CF. So after this angle AFE, here AFE equal to angle CFD. These two angles are also equal, so they are vertically opposite angle. So here we can say vertically opposite angle. Therefore triangle AEF is congruent to triangle CDF by ASA. So we can say that by ASA triangles are congruent, and if triangles are congruent then we can say AE equal to CD by CPCT, that is corresponding part of congruent triangle, and this we can say this is equation number 2. Also we can say that EF equal to DF, EF equal to DF by CPCT. Now see, we can give it this equation number 2. So from comparing equation 1 and 2, so in equation number 1 we have AE equal to BE, and equation 2 we have AE equal to CD. So from equation number 1 and 2 we can say that BE equal to CD. So here we can write BE equal to CD. And one thing more, also we have BE parallel to CD. So here BE parallel to CD. This thing is by construction. So when we draw, so here we have draw this line is parallel, that's why BE is parallel to CD, and BE is also equal to CD. So here by the theorem, when the opposite side of a quadrilateral is equal in parallel, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So by using this theorem we can say that BCDE is a parallelogram. So therefore this BCDE is a parallelogram. If BCDE is a parallelogram, then in parallelogram opposite sides are parallel. So here we can say ED is parallel to BC. If ED is parallel to BC, then EF is also parallel to BC. So here first thing we have to prove EF parallel to BC. So here EF is parallel to BC. Now also here opposite sides of parallelogram are equal, so ED equal to BC. So ED equal to BC. Now here on place of ED we can write EF plus FD. So EF plus FD or DF equal to BC. Now here So we can write here in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal. So one thing more here, EF plus DF equal to BC, and here DF is equal to EF. See, from this we can say in this EF equals to DF. So here on place of DF we can write EF. Now here EF plus EF will be twice of EF. So here twice EF equal to BC. So here we can write EF equals to half of BC. So in this way we can prove that these two lines are parallel and EF is also half of BC. So in this way we can prove midpoint theorem. Now after this, see converse of midpoint theorem. So after this, see the converse of midpoint theorem. So in the converse of midpoint theorem, theorem 8.10, the line drawn through the midpoint of one side of triangle is parallel to another side bisect the third side. So here we have given in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, this EF is parallel to BC. So in triangle ABC, in which E is the midpoint, one thing we have given, E is the midpoint of AB, and also E is the midpoint of AB, and EF parallel to BC, and EF is parallel to BC. This we have given. Now to prove, here we have to prove F is the midpoint of AC. So for proving F is the midpoint of AC, here we have to prove that AF equal to CF. So we have to prove AF equal to CF. For this we have to do a construction. So in construction, draw CD parallel to BE. So here we have to draw this CD parallel to BE and join ED, and we have to join this ED. So it is the construction. Now come to the proof. So in proof we have in triangle ABC. So when we take triangle ABC, in this we have AE equal to BE. So first of all, AE equal to BE, this we have given. So it is equation number 1. And also CD equal to BE. Here we have CD equal to BE by construction, as BCDE is a parallelogram. So in parallelogram opposite sides are equal. So here we can say CD equal to BE by construction. So it is equation number 2. From equation number 1 and 2, see from equation number 1 and 2 we can say that AE equal to CD. So here we have AE and here CD, as here BE and BE are equal, so AE will equal to CD. This will be equation number 3. Now we can take triangle AEF and CDF. So here AEF and CDF, we will take these two triangle. In these two triangle, first of all, angle AEF equal to DCF. So here AEF equals to EAF. Here angle EAF equal to angle DCF, as these are alternate interior angle. So we can say these are alternate interior angle. Now here AE equal to CD. So here AE equal to CD. This we can say from equation number 3. This we have proved here. Now after this, angle AFE, it is equal to angle CFD. So these are vertically opposite angle. So they are vertically opposite angle. So from this we can say triangle AEF is congruent to triangle CDF by ASA. So if triangles are congruent, then corresponding sides are equal. So we can say here AF equal to CF by CPCT, corresponding part of congruent triangle, and this we have to prove. So if AF equal to CF, it means F is the midpoint of AC. So in this we have to prove up to here. So it was the converse of midpoint theorem. Now after this we can proceed to our next exercise, that is 8.2. So in exercise 8.2, see question number 1. In question number 1 we have given ABCD is a quadrilateral in which PQR and S are midpoint of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA. In this figure we have given, and AC is a diagonal, and we have also given AC is a diagonal. And here we have to prove, first of all, SR parallel to AC and SR is half of AC. In second we have to prove PQ equal to SR, and in third we have to prove PQRS is a parallelogram. So in this diagram, Here we have given quadrilateral ABCD in which P, Q, R and S are the midpoints of AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. That means here P is the midpoint of AB, Q is the midpoint of BC, R is the midpoint of CD and S is the midpoint of DA. In this way PQRS are the midpoints. Here we have to prove, in first we have to prove SR parallel to AC and SR equal to half of AC. In second we have to prove PQ equal to SR. So here PQ equal to SR, and in third we have to prove PQRS is a parallelogram. So these three things we have to prove. Now come to the proof. In proof, first of all, in triangle ADC, so we are going to take triangle ADC. In triangle ADC we have S and R are midpoints of DA and DC. So here S is the midpoint of DA and R is the midpoint of DC. So here we can say by according to midpoint theorem. So in midpoint theorem, when these are S and R are the midpoint, then SR is parallel to AC and SR is half of AC. So according to midpoint theorem, we can say SR parallel to AC and SR is the half of AC. This is the first part, and we can make this equation number 1. Now after this, similarly in triangle ABC, we have P and Q are the midpoint of AB and BC. So here P and Q are the midpoint of BA and BC. Therefore according to midpoint theorem, so here also we can apply midpoint theorem. So according to midpoint theorem, here we can write PQ parallel to AC, PQ parallel to AC, and PQ is the half of AC and PQ is the half of AC. So this is equation number 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, so from equation 1 and 2 we can see that SR parallel to PQ, because here SR is parallel to AC and here PQ is parallel to AC. So from comparing equation 1 and 2, SR will be parallel to PQ, and here also SR is half of AC and here PQ is half of AC. So here we can say SR will be equal to PQ, and this we can say this is equation number 3, and this is the second part which we have to prove here. PQ equal to SR, so here PQ equal to SR, it is the second part. Now come to the third part. So here from equation number 3 we can say that if a pair of opposite side of a quadrilateral is equal and parallel, then it is a parallelogram. So there was a property or there was a theorem that if in a quadrilateral any one pair of the opposite side of any quadrilateral is equal and parallel, then it will be a parallelogram. So in this quadrilateral PQRS, here PQ is parallel to SR and PQ is equal to SR. So we can say that PQRS is a parallelogram. So by this theorem we can say PQRS is a parallelogram. So in this we have to prove these three things. Now after this, the next question. So after this, see question number 5. In question number 5 we have given in a parallelogram ABCD, E and F are the midpoints of side AB and CD respectively, and in figure we have to show that the line segment AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD. So here first of all we have given in diagram ABCD is a parallelogram in which E and F are the midpoint of AB and CD respectively. That means E is the midpoint of AB and F is the midpoint of DC. Here we have to prove DP equal to PQ equals to QB. Here trisect means this diagonal BD is divided by AF and EC into 3 equal parts, that is DP equal to PQ equal to QB. So we have to prove DP equal to PQ equals to QB. Now here come to the proof. In proof we have ABCD is a parallelogram. So first of all we know that ABCD is a parallelogram. If ABCD is a parallelogram, then we can say DC equal to AB and DC is parallel to AB, as in parallelogram opposite sides are equal and parallel. So here we can say half of DC will be equal to half of AB. So here half of DC, see half of DC will be this FC. So this FC we can write here FC, and half of this AB, half of this AB we can say it is AE. So here AE is half of AB here, because F and E are the midpoint of DC and AB. Therefore on place of half DC we can write FC, and on place of half AB we can write AE. And also here FC is parallel to AE, because DC is parallel to AB, therefore FC will also parallel to AE. That's why AECF is a parallelogram. So we can say that AECF is a parallelogram, because when in a quadrilateral a pair of opposite side of quadrilateral is equal and parallel, then it is a parallelogram. So here AECF is a parallelogram. If ACEF is a parallelogram, then we can say AF is parallel to EC. So here this AF is parallel to EC, because in parallelogram opposite sides are parallel. Now we have EF parallel to EC. Now after this we can take triangle DQC. So in triangle DQC, so taking triangle DQC, in this triangle we have PF parallel to QC. So PF parallel to QC, therefore, and F is the midpoint of DC. So here we can use converse of midpoint theorem. So when we use converse of midpoint theorem, here F is the midpoint and these two lines are parallel, then P is also the midpoint of DQ, and if P is the midpoint of DQ, so here we can write DP equal to PQ. So it will be equation number 1. Now similarly we can take triangle ABP. So here in triangle ABP, also here we have EQ parallel to AP. So EQ parallel to AP. So here also E is the midpoint of AB. So we can use the converse of midpoint theorem, as we know that Q is the midpoint of, by using midpoint converse of midpoint theorem, Q will be the midpoint of BP. If Q is the midpoint of BP, then we can say that PQ equal to QB. So here PQ equal to QB. This is equation number 2. Now comparing equation number 1 and 2. So from equation number 1 and 2 we can say that DP equal to PQ equals to QB, as here DP equal to PQ and here PQ equal to QB. So from equation 1 and 2 we can say DP equal to PQ equals to QB. So in this way we can say that line segment AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD. So here these two lines will trisect, or it will divide this into 3 equal parts. So this we can prove. Now similarly you can try remaining question of this exercise. In this way your chapter will be completed. So now you can take your work. So your work is, you have to complete this chapter along with the theorems. So you have to do exercise 8.2 completely with theorems, midpoint theorem and converse of midpoint theorem. So after completing this we will start your next chapter. So on next term we will start your next chapter, that is circles. So thank you for watching the video.